Hey there, folks. Welcome back to Let's Play Nobunaga's Ambition, Sphere of Influence. I'm Mysterious JG. And once again, I gotta go back. The settings are different on different games, but I was doing something else, and now it's like too freaking loud in my ears again. The music seems to say. So yeah, last time we had a lot of me looking at different created officers. Then we had a video that was mostly kind of domestic action. And I've been doing a lot of nattering and worrying about the Hojo and the Takeda. So one of the things I got to try to figure out here is what can I do as far as diplomacy. Can I negotiate anything with the Takeda? Do a marriage alliance, but that's more than I want. Do the same thing with the well, I can't quite do marriage alliance with the Hojo, but I don't want a marriage alliance. I'm trying to keep them off the backs of myself and the Matsudaira. So with 60, you could have a 6-month alliance, which might give time to take some of those cities, but I want the Matsudaira to have them. So we just saved. So I think it's a good time to experiment. These guys have an alliance with for some reason the Hojo, not the Takeda, have an alliance with the Imagawa, which is why they won't help us out with. Well, that's why they haven't been swallowing up the Imagawa. One of the things that people are pointing out in the comments is we're in danger of losing some of the history stuff because the Imagawa territories should have been taken by the Takeda, not the Hojo. Now, the Hojo are too strong, and the Takeda aren't strong enough, and they're both stronger than me. So this is making things challenging. So I think we need to find some kind of way to negotiate with the Matsudaira to take Nagashino. We need that for the Battle of Nagashino later. And I'd like to give them Hakuma as well. I'd like to give them as much buffer between us and the the Hojo as possible. Well, what if we did directions? Give a plan to your province and make them march. Request relief forces and truces. Set up a plan of march. Set attack target for coalition plan. There's no coalition. Okay. Can't just tell the Matsudaira to do something because they're allies. If we were leading a coalition against one of those forces, we could specifically launch an attack. Cause a truce. Call a truce using any trust of a third clan. I think my best bet is to simply, well, no, the Imagawa are allies of the Hojo. Or, sorry, the Takeda. So, if I were to attack Nagashino, either the Takeda would come to their aid, or they wouldn't. They would not take it. So if I weaken Nagashino, I think I'm leaving it open for the Matsudaira to take it, because it's the Hojo can't get to it without passing. Well, I suppose they could. They could come all the way up through here and take it. Doesn't seem that. Seems like maybe the Matsudaira would actually fucking do something though and stop it. So maybe I want to march on Nagashino Castle and weaken it as much as I can, and then back out before I take it and let the Matsudaira finish it. In the meantime, though,
what would you like?
I already sold food, and yeah, that's right. I did a few things at the start of this turn to try to keep people happy. Not that worried about any of you. The main one I wanted to keep happy was, oh, you're worth something. How many treasures have I got these days? No, I won't. I can't make you happy enough without giving you some pretty good treasure, actually. I know there was, something where I changed something up. Maybe it was Gifu Castle. Nothing seems to be glowing. Oh, this is glowing. Yeah, I changed it to a commons because they had made a hunting ground. What did I want instead? A lumber mill, I think. Time required for infrastructure decreases, makes it more crops. Yeah, temple lowers innovation. District more suitable crops. I think I wanted a lumber mill. Nobunaga was out building roads. That's why he's suddenly available for this and not the overseer. I'll start immediately. I may be the lord of this entire forest. That doesn't mean I'm above going out and personally building lumber mills. And that's why his people love him. So I might eventually want to get to work on... do these places all have enough officers? Now you got like 7 officers. I don't know how that happened. I guess I was switching up who was lord of what castle and somehow ended up sending 7 officers out there. But Gifu wants a new structure. Oh, that's right, because it's... I gotta wait until there's room to build something better, like, I guess a tea retreat, I don't know. I'm not crazy about the structures that I'm allowed to build right now. I do know that I need to improve some roads around Gifu. And Ogaki as well. So let's get Soup Fanner to work on that. We'll get you to work on that. Guys' talents might be a little bit wasted here with this, but oh, even Inuyama Castle needs some improvements to happen. If anybody that can do it in less than 30 days will be fine. This Saito chick, not Psycho chick. Saito chick can do it. It'll be fine. Gonna appease a tribe. We can now assimilate a tribe. Assimilate allows you to assimilate a tribe into a castle, increasing its population and soldier amount. Some tribe bosses will even become your retainers once assimilated. Assimilate a settlement, you must meet the following conditions. Have 100% support from the tribe, own a castle in their country. However, the assimilated tribe will vanish and no longer give you reinforcements. Their attributes will also cease functioning. Once assimilated, a tribe cannot go back. So we could take over these guys, the Kawanami, which would decrease my gold, increase my population by about 5,000, increase my max soldiers. No officer would join me. I think I'll just leave them as they are. It's possible this is a horrible mistake, but I kind of imagine I don't believe you'll find anything. Please reconsider. Well, jeez, man, relax. It'll be okay. Well, we've got an awful lot of labor we're not using, but unless I start doing a lot of castle infrastructure stuff. I know all these places want. See, Kyosu Castle, I feel like they can build a castle facility, but there's not enough room. So I'd have to get rid of the probably the dual annex would be the easiest thing to get rid of. The question in my mind is if we wait longer, will better facilities become available, or is that what we got access to? This place can build a depot, and I guess it's because of their actual resources that they've got. They can't build a depot yet, but you know what I mean. They will be able to once they get a little bit more crafts. And, I mean, excuse me, conscripts and crafts. Everything except crafts, which is what I said. So. Part of me wants to just tear down that dual annex and build a T retreat in Kyushu just to see what it, you know, how this stuff actually functions when we finally get one. But the T retreat was very much one of the ones that wasn't doing anything that sounded all that impressive to me. They can build, what was it, a T retreat or a Buddhist temple. Basis units with conservative officers become stronger. Maximum popularity increases. And then T retreat is the same but neutral officers. Although it doesn't seem that it only takes up one space, so that's nice. I suppose I could always get rid of it later if something else became available. So if I took down the dual annex, I would get 2 spaces back, which would allow me to build a T retreat and also better turrets or possibly a bailey. Although this castle is close enough to the center of my territory. If it's being attacked, I'm already pretty much fudged. Fudged is a thing, right? The residence can't be built up any, but if I wanted to go to a 4-story or extended Tenshu, increases maximum popularity and number of troops. Part of me just wants to leave it alone for right now, though, and hope that I get better buildings later. I'm all over... Oh, wait, isn't Kyosu the city that's eventually going to... Yeah, what am I doing? Why am I even thinking about this? Kyosu is the city where I'm hoping to eventually build an arsenal. And hopefully Gifu will discover something cool as well. These two can also build stuff. I don't imagine they'll ever get big enough to build Buddhist temples and tea retreats. So there's probably no reason not to have turrets here. You've already got a turret, and I'm waiting to build a gunner tower when that's going to be possible. Do you not have officers yet? Oh, you're already building a turret. Well, maybe we'll just end the turn, and then I'll march out of one of my cities. Like, say, Kyosu. Katsuie, Lubu, and Garthmore again are going to, because we just saved fairly recently, so it seems pretty safe to attack Nagashino. And hopefully set it up for the Matsudaira to take over. And of course those guys pop out because they do get a little nervous. Takara Castle needed to Nagawa clan. I believe that's further woes of Vulture Bobo, isn't it? Yeah, that was Vulture Bobo's personal castle. Now all that's left is his ruler's castle. And doesn't even look like I don't know if we can even see the prisoners. Like, I'm not sure if Vulture Bobo and his Vulture Bean and their friends, including Mitsuhide Akechi, I keep forgetting he's in that force, he may have been captured.
We march.
So I don't know if it's worth taking the time to actually zoom in and use tactics here. I think we just finished this. Mr. P has grown more discontent and will defect to us if we ask. Shall we continue to conspire? Well, now they're dispatching more troops. But we got tribes helping us out now.
Let's begin the meeting. Reporting in.
Army of 10,000 is fighting an army of 1,000 and we're winning.
Here is last month's balance. Reporting in.
I'm repairing an Yankee castle, but looks like it'll take a bit more. Blah, blah, blah. Quite a few people have gathered in Inuyama Castle. We can expand the town. I've grown in strength. Yeah, a lot of stuff's going down, folks.
Ask for anything you want.
At Alice's restaurant is what I meant to say. Not that that makes sense either, but... why were we told to come in here and look at this? Well, whatever.
Thank you for your patronage.
Mm-hmm. Seems the merchant of Sakai is visiting, but he's not. Oh, he doesn't handle treasures. I guess we got a better deal than usual with this guy. I don't know. Well, we can expand the town. Which town can we expand? Inuyama. So, think about what was the plan here. I need to think about this carefully. I need to do this right. Inuyama could potentially have a depot. And to get a depot, it needs more crafts and it needs more conscripts. It does not, sorry, it needs more food and more conscripts. It does not need more crafts. So this is touching 2 districts. If I had... This is already good for crafts. This isn't good for much of anything, but I could probably put conscripts there. Or I could put crops here and boost the ability of this to make conscripts. It's kind of... This is a village. What does a village do? That's not what I actually meant to do. I meant to do this. Okay, this is eventually going to do conscripts and crops of the adjacent. Instead of a reservoir. Okay, this is going to boost conscripts and crops. So whatever I put these, wow, this is after the boost is in effect. Must have been, they were even worse before, huh? If I put something here that boosts conscripts and crops, then put conscripts here. I meant conscripts and crops. This does crafts and crops. The only thing that boosts conscripts is the one that does conscripts and crops. So I could put crafts here. The only thing that's going to get affected by 3 different... This won't get affected by 3 different ones. If I do conscripts and crops here, conscripts and crops here, we would have halfway decent conscripts here. But I need more... Well, I don't need more crafts. What are the facilities I could build at a crafts district? Also makes adjacent districts more suitable for crops and crafts. It's not going to help with conscripts. And the conscript areas don't really have much of anything that helps adjacent areas. Well, except for gardens. Which one am I worried about not having enough of? Yeah, I'm kind of agonizing over this, aren't I? I need about 700 more crops and just over 100 more conscripts. So even though conscripts are something that I'd really like to build up in that city, I think the thing I'm in danger of not getting enough of are crops. So crops, and then another thing of crops. This will add 500. Conscripts here, plus 300, which is enough to put me over, isn't it? Yeah. And then this one... I could do crafts here. Conscripts here, plus 444. That's enough conscripts. Then with crafts here... agonizing over all this. Crops. If I put crops here, conscripts there, this city won't generate a whole lot of gold. So crops, and then conscripts, and there will be 3 different things boosting conscripts here. So this will be conscripts B. Or I could put a... yeah, I think that's what I'll do. Conscripts here. But it's not the fastest way to grow it, but if I put the conscripts here now, and they still want me to build more stuff. They want me to build something here. Hunting ground, rice dealer, Hachimachi. Oh, you're not flashing. Who's flashing? Kiyosu is always flashing, and now Nagoya is flashing. Why is Nagoya flashing? And maybe I actually tore some stuff down here because of new plans. I don't know what this place had, but I probably tore it up. Garden? Huh, what did this place have? Shoot. I might end up building exactly what this place already had. That would be silly. Garden would boost conscripts in these 2 nearby districts. I think I had this plan to build like conscript. Although this place is really well suited for crops. But once I upgrade this to conscripts, and then this is not going to boost conscripts though. So this will get a +1 to conscripts, and it'll end up being a D. And then if I put one of them here, it would be a C. This would be a C, B. I'm just thinking if I had gardens across all these. I'm trying to build up my conscripts, as you guys can probably figure out. Then again, in order to really boost this place's population, that would be wise. But eventually, drill grounds. If I had conscripts with drill grounds here, this would go up to TC. This would be CB. This would be an A. And this would be an A. So maybe I could put crops here that would knock this one down to only being a B, but it'd have much better crops here. And I could put the crop thing here that boosts conscripts as well. And these would be 2 like A-level conscript thingies. Which, I don't know. What is this place good for? This place is good for whatever. It's not touched by that many things. What am I putting here? This is important. Crops and crafts. Yeah, and that's going to boost these. So I could probably put another crafts here and put crafts here. Canals does what? Yeah. If I do crafts and crafts, do another craft here, then have these be all conscripts, I would be doing okay. This place here is never going to be that great. It would only be conscripts D, but I'm trying to decide if I should have agriculture here or 'cause I don't even know. This is already an A. I don't know what it would get boosted to. Well, this is an A, excuse me. Alright. I'm thinking about it too hard. I'm going to do drill grounds here. Does that also increase attack power or anything like that? No, it does. No, that's not what I wanted at all. I want gardens. Sorry. It won't have an immediate impact. It'll have a long-term impact. Meanwhile, there's like exciting battle waiting to be joined, and I'm messing around with this. This won't be doing anything until I can build better towers. This needs to wait until I can build a tea retreat or something. Gifu Castle. Well, it's apparent now I only need one space for any of these things I want to build, but do a 4-story Tenshu. Resupply soldier strength, increases maximum popularity and number of troops. I don't see a reason not to do that. Although I could do this. Increases attack power of units with horses at this base. Greatly increases counterattack damage. Okay, slightly increases counterattack damage. Attack powers of units from this base slightly increase. Population increases a little quickly. Militia slightly increase. This is probably the one. Greatly increase attack power of units from this base. But if I wait till I get gunner tower, increase attack power of units with muskets. Could do a dual annex, but that would take away all my space. Let me check something before I get too much further into this. I think it told me, like a foundry, one space. Okay. All of these are one space, so I only need to leave one space free at Gifu Castle to build a facility there, and I can only build one facility. I'm almost positive about that. So, that being the case, might as well make a decision now. Do I want to get resistance to blockade, resupplied soldiers, strength slightly increases maximum popularity and number of troops? That's good. Do I want to get increases attack power of units with horses? Do I want to get... No, that's already maxed. Do I want to get... Greatly increases counterattack damage, greatly increases attack power of units from this base. Militia slightly increases. I don't know what greatly increase attack power of units from this base means, but that sounds good. This costs more. Increase maximum popularity and number of troops. That's not an option. So it's down to, do I want a square gate? Greatly increases counterattack damage, greatly increases attack power of units, militia slightly increases, or do I want to get increased maximum popularity and number of troops? I think attack power. It's cheaper. It's going against my video game logic that the more expensive one is better. especially when gold isn't really that big of an object. But it takes time to recover those troops, so sending a lot of troops, like, powering up each troop, I think seems like the smart move. Versus Storm goes up to A. Max Soldiers goes up by 300. Whereas if I went for... Max Soldiers goes up not much at all. Wow, really? Okay, that really made it look like the gate is the smarter move. An exceptional plan. Okay. You guys still want to build more stuff. Like, come on. Chillax, guys. I guess I could go to Stone Wall. Highest level tension becomes available, but you don't have any room to build it. I could build... slightly increases number of troops. I could build residence or something. I think we're better off getting gun turrets. Gifu still wants to build more stuff. Alright. Could get to work on the roads some more. Wait, what? Two Phantom, fix those roads to the best ever. I think the area immediately surrounding my all my cities has the best possible roads. Except for those mountain paths, which you don't get to improve. I don't know if this really affects... I'm just going to go ahead and do 2 in one shot, even though I've said that's not the most efficient ever. And I think we might be coming up on the end of a video, so let me check. But, boy, I sure hope this thing goes well with Nagashino, because otherwise I wasted a whole video's worth of progress. And yeah, we are going to have to call it a video, but when we come back, I'm going to continue to attack Nagashino in the hopes that the Matsudaira will come pick up the pieces. I'm the Serious JG. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I hope you'll join me next time for more of Let's Play Nobunaga's Ambition Sphere of Influence. Bye for now.